What's up, ladies and gentlemen? We're back at it again with another FAMcast. I'm here with my co-hosts Trevor
What's up?
and Tim,
Hey.
and I'm your boy Trey. We're here on this eve of Spider-Man Day.
Yes. Yes.
So excited
The whip.
to finally bring you our news about our E3 experience.
Yeah, we're a little behind, but
A little behind, but that's
better
okay.
better late than never. We've got some good stories to share. Had a really awesome time.
It was a
and
blast.
Yeah, definitely checked off the bucket list for sure.
Yeah,
very much
definitely.
That was like probably one of my top 3 things on my bucket list for sure is attending E3.
Never thought it would happen.
Oh yeah, like
Never.
I never thought they'd have it open to the public, so I'm glad they finally did.
Right.
I know a lot of people were kind of pissed about it, but
Hey.
I had a good time.
I say.
I know we all had a good time.
Hell yeah.
So the media can, I don't know. I understand. Like I understand their gripes. So for those that didn't attend, there was, with this being the first year it was open to the public, the media especially were pretty upset that they had to. I don't know. It was a lot more packed than the previous years, and they had to wait in line longer. I don't know. They seemed like small grapes to me, but I understand that they're actually there to work. Like this is their job. So it is kind of frustrating when you've got kind of people in your way from doing your job. But at the same time, I'm glad they open it up to the public because without the consumers, I mean, there's not really much of an industry.
Right.
So I think they need to. I think they need to do something different because the media does have to do their job. I understand that. So maybe if they split it up, like okay, 2 days for media, 2 days for consumer, and then like 1 day that's like everyone, like in the middle.
That'd be a good idea, actually.
That way, like media can get their stuff
Right.
in, do their job, and they'll probably go first. Like that's their job. It makes sense. But then let consumers come in and get hands on with the games, talk to the devs.
Right.
Um,
And that would be actually, I like that idea because then hopefully you get the media people happy because
Right.
they got to do what they got to do. But then at the same time, us people who are consumers got to do what we've always wanted to do in our life
Yeah.
and go to E3 and experience it.
Because I understand that they were upset that they couldn't do their job, but at the same time, they were pretty shitty. Like they were
There's.
like definitely like looking down on all the consumers had like these giant highlighter yellow passes. They like really put us apart from everyone else, so it's really easy to tell when someone's public. And you could definitely tell like a lot of the media, they would just kind of like look you up and down. It's like the popular girl in high school that's just like
It wasn't all of them.
not all. No, yeah, I won't speak for all of them, but the few.
I never really had that problem with them looking up and down at me. But then again, I guess I was kind of running around
Yeah,
doing some networking.
I had a few times. I don't know.
I definitely, and you could definitely hear them on passing too. I think is where I never had someone like specifically look at me and be like, "You."
Yeah,
But it was definitely in passing. You could hear like the media people just like, "Man, I didn't have to wait 2 hours to play this game," and blah 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 blah. Stuff like that. It's like
Yeah,
I get it that you have to wait, but at the same time, without me, without you, you don't have a job.
Yeah.
So
Like I can understand where they're coming from though, just because it's like it's been years since E3 was always been media
true.
only.
Yeah.
And then they said it's always been busy with media on top of it.
Sure.
And then now adding another 15,000 people or however many it was, I mean that's just going to add to the frustration. So I mean I can understand where they're coming from.
It's frustrating, but you don't have to be shitty about it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think that there is like a good middle ground to be had. Like
Yeah.
let media have their days, let consumers have their days, and then just one in the middle or something.
Right.
Let everyone, because I think it is cool for the consumers to interact with the media and vice versa.
you're right.
Like we got interviewed by, was it Eurogamer or something like at the end.
Oh yeah, it was Eurogamer.
So it was cool to like. I think it's cool for them to get like different interviews. Like they're not just talking to the devs; they're talking to some of the consumers that
People
got
got-
hands on with the
yeah,
games.
Yeah.
Where I feel like, I don't know, our opinions matter too. It's good.
They
to
do
get,
because
it's good to get a different take.
Right, and especially as a consumer that you are, if you got to play a game and they wanted to get, okay, we know what the devs think of the game, but let's get a person completely outside of it who just wants to play the game, his opinion, his views on it. That's an important view to have, especially for a lot of people.
Exactly. So that aside, I think we should dive into some of the exciting stuff. I'll start with you, Trey. What were some of your favorite? Let me start with this. What was your favorite game that you got to be hands-on with, and then your favorite announcement?
Shit.
And it could be a few. It doesn't have to just be one.
My favorite game that I got hands on with is probably going to be, I'd say Battlefront. Or no, Dragon Ball. It's between Dragon Ball and Battlefront.
Yeah.
Those are my two favorite. And then obviously I guess you could say the announcement would be Dragon Ball. because it was just like I knew it was
That
coming,
was awesome.
but I didn't think it was gonna be at E3 and playable.
Yeah. Because it was like a week before, right, that they like technically announced
Yeah,
it?
it was a couple weeks before. It was on Shoryuken.com. They had posted, Bandai Namco and ArcSys are working on this game, but they only had like a crappy like from a magazine screenshot basically.
Right.
And then once they actually announced it at Microsoft, actually, I was just like, oh my god,
It was so
it was
good.
beautiful. But I think other than those, like other than the obvious, I would say that Monster Hunter.
Oh yeah, that was a
Monster
good
Hunter
one.
Worlds was probably my favorite. I was the most hyped for that. I wasn't when they first showed the character walking. I was like, "This is
Mhm.
Monster Hunter. This has to be Monster Hunter." And as it kept going, I was like, "Yeah, this is Monster Hunter." You heard me in the
Yeah,
theater.
yeah.
I was freaking out. But those are my two favorite. What about you guys?
I think my favorite hands-on. I played Dragon Ball 2 and it was awesome. I'm not a great fighting game player by any means, but it was still really fun. The animation alone sold it. Like it
Mhm.
feels like you're playing an episode of Dragon Ball Z. It just looks really beautiful and it's fun. Like a lot of the moves are like way over the top, and it's a team-based thing, like the 3v3.
Yeah, Marvel.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah. So that was fun. I think my favorite hands-on game had to have been Super Mario Odyssey.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
That
That's a pretty good one.
Yeah, that was good. It was worth the wait too. I think we had to wait like an hour and a half maybe. But it just takes it back to like Super Mario 64 to where it's like open sandbox. I feel like Galaxy was kind of a little more linear than like 64 was, and maybe even Sunshine was like a step in between there. Sunshine was a little more open, but to have this felt like a full sandbox game to where you can really go whatever direction you want to, and there's always going to be something to find. I forget how many moons they said, which moons are the new stars.
Right.
Like 150, I think, in each one.
There's a lot in each one. It was just really fun. Being able to throw the hat, possess the enemies. It's just, I don't know, they're always coming up with something new to keep it fresh, but still keep it familiar at the same time.
Mario was never Mario until you got the hat. The hat has been behind it all.
Yeah, the hat is actually Mario, and the hat just actually possessed a
It's been
plumber.
possessed.
Right.
Yep.
My favorite announcement, Metroid Prime 4.
Oh yeah, damn it, I forgot about that one too.
That easily that was my favorite announcement. I don't think anyone expected it. Especially they announced Metroid Prime 4, and we're getting Samus Returns later this year in September. Classic like side scroller, so I'm looking forward to that too.
That's cool.
And Undertale on PS4.
Yeah, that's gonna be good.
Really looking
It's
forward
gonna
to
push me
playing
to play
through
more, I
everything
think.
for sure. What about you, Tim?
So favorite hands-on game was the game I went there literally to get my hands on, and the line to be able to play it was atrociously not long, but time-wise it would take forever. But it was Fallout VR, right? So got to play Fallout VR, tried to do it the first day, and there was maybe 60 people in line, but it was a 7-hour wait because they only had 4 things, and the game session was like 25 minutes, so it took forever, right? So on the second day I got, it was my number one goal, got there, still had a 2-hour wait, but finally got to play, and was just everything I wanted it to be. Like, it'll be the first AAA VR game coming out, and I am super stoked at how well it played.
Is it like the teleport style, or do you actually get
So,
to move around?
Both, actually, and that's what I really liked about it, because
Interesting.
when I first read up about it, that was the first thing. How are you going to move, right? What kind of movement are you going to do? And you can do both. When you're in VATS, you can teleport pretty easily around,
Nice.
but you can also enable it when you're outside of VATS, but they say you can do it, but if you want to get the real effect, you can use like the controller that has like an up-down left,
Yeah.
you can actually just move, and it works really, really well.
Okay.
VATS is interesting because clearly you're not choosing a limb to shoot. So what happens is as you're aiming, like the part that you're aiming at will kind of highlight, so you know what you're shooting
cool.
at, and they go
Okay.
slow, and it's just extraordinarily fun.
So you're actually like pulling the trigger.
Yeah,
and stuff, right, too?
everything.
That's cool.
The coolest segment of the whole thing was being able to go like, there's my Pip-Boy. Like,
Oh,
it,
that's
it was
cool.
just
Nice.
it was just everything I want in Fallout VR. I'm super, super stoked for that.
So as far as like actual movement in game throughout the world, is it like I'm gonna go here, point and click, or is it like you like pushing the joystick?
There, you can do both. You can
Okay,
teleport, or like that. But most of like me when I did it, I was just moving.
Okay.
VR, if you haven't played it a lot, you can get motion sickness pretty easy, especially with that kind of locomotion where you're just moving forward, but your body's not moving. I've played so much VR that it doesn't faze me so much right now, so which is helpful to me.
Right.
But that's why they implemented being able to teleport even when you're out of VATS, just in case you can't really handle that aspect of it yet. And they even said that they're still even working on maybe implementing more ways. But the demo that I got played, you could do either teleportation or just standard, movement like you would with the joystick.
Right.
Favorite announcement that I had, it was the tiniest little announcement, very much just like, oh, here it is, was the Pokemon one from Game Freak. Yeah,
That's gonna be awesome.
Legit Pokemon game from Game Freak on the Switch. We did we?
In our podcast,
I think we said that we would like to hear that.
We would like to hear, because we got the Pokemon announcement beforehand about poking.
Shit, we've wanted this since Red and Blue were out.
Right.
Like, wanting one on N64. Like, this has been their ace in the hole. Like, I've always thought that, like, if Nintendo for whatever reason, like, ever went under, they'd always have this in their back pocket and just be like, well, we win. It's over.
Here it is.
I know. Was it Ultra Moon and Ultra Sun? Is that what it was? That was kind of upsetting when they announced that. Especially for still going to be on the 3DS. I was like, come on, man.
Yeah.
Right. But no, hopefully, and the guy, he said,
next year.
He said, even if it doesn't come out for another year, for at least another year, which means that's probably next November, right? I can wait. Make it great. Don't care. But I was super stoked. And we were just sitting on the floor watching that, because we were in line at E3 watching it, and they announced Metroid Prime. They announced a new Kirby.
I think,
that Kirby looks so good.
Yeah, dude, that Kirby looks so good.
I think that was my...
It's co-op.
I think it's kind of one of those things that I really liked about E3. Is how you had, like, everyone from the gaming community sitting on the floor is all watching the same thing.
Yeah.
But, like, we weren't together. Like, we were all in our little groups everywhere, and then all of a sudden you could see random people like, fuck yeah!
Right.
Oh yeah. When they announced Metroid Prime 4, like the whole thing just lit up.
It was so good.
Everyone just lost it.
And then it was just the littlest announcement of that Pokemon game. I was
like, so now that we've kind of talked about like our favorite hands-on and favorite announcements, what were some of your favorite experiences or stories from E3?
I wonder what mine could have been. Meeting Kojima, of course.
Oh, yeah.
Kojima-san was really awesome of him to take the time out of his trek to wherever he was going.
Yeah.
To take pictures with us. That was really awesome. I don't even know. Because I got to meet so many people. I got to meet a couple of my favorite YouTubers. Maximilian was really cool, even though it was sort of split second. Like the rest of Yo Video Games people, like Steve was really cool. Who else was there? Oh, I got to meet Sean Layden from PlayStation.
Yeah.
Like, all kinds of stuff. How about you guys?
So I got to go to FanFest, and and that was absolutely my best part of E3, just because not only did we get like this whole royal treatment, we got to be like front row basically at the Microsoft press conference.
And you looked into that.
You literally were front row.
Like so when they did this, they lined everybody up who was in FanFest, right? The 400 or 500 people, and there were segments. There was like purple segment, yellow segment, red segment, whatever. And me and Moonpickle, Casey, were in yellow segment. And we're like, oh, well, we won't get front seats, but because we're behind purple, but yellow got to go in second. Nope, that was the exact opposite. Purple went into these like just standard kind of foldy chairs on this side, and then yellow got into these nice white comfy seats like right in the middle. That was absolutely fantastic. Being at the conference, I saw everything you guys saw, so you guys didn't see anything I didn't see. But feeling the sound from the games, like, jeez, on Pete, it's a whole different kind of experience. Like, I don't care that much about Assassin's Creed. It's fun, but I really want to play Assassin's Creed. I don't know if it's just because I was there and like got to feel what was happening. But from all of that, getting to just talk to Phil Spencer was absolutely fantastic, because we had this like little after meeting with the meeting, and we got to play a bunch of hands-on games. I got to play Sea of Thieves. There's a few other games I wish I could think of the name of the game. It played very much like Dark Souls, but it wasn't. I think it's like called Dusk or something. I don't know, but the dude had a lantern, and it was very kind of like Porygonish.
Oh, I know what
you know what I'm talking about. Absolutely great game, but being able to like something Ashen or something like that. Yeah, Ashen. But like shaking Phil Spencer's hand, I got to talk to him about VR, which I got some news about Xbox VR, by the way. I don't know if you guys, they said anything, but not on their priority list. I asked him about that, and his response to me was, I'm going to ask you something. I don't want to offend you. I just want to ask you, what do you think of VR? And I was like, well, I have a Vive at my house, so I'm really into it, but at the same time, it's not something I play every day. He's like, exactly. He's like, we're not going to focus on something right now that we know isn't in our core gamers' interest. VR is something we want to do, and it's going to come, but I wouldn't look at anything, at least in this year, for it. So there's some news for you if you didn't have that.
Exclusive.
That's right. But to me, it was definitely the fan fest and be able to just experience like that stuff. What about you, Trevor?
So for me, it was the whole Kojima experience for sure. So I'll kind of go more in depth with the story about how everything happened. So we went to EA Play, which was kind of their hands-on experience that happened before E3. So we go there trying to get hands-on with Battlefront. We wait 2 hours outside in the sun. Got sunburned to fucking hell. And we get inside, finally, after this 2 hour wait, and we go to, we just beeline it to Battlefront. They're like, oh, nope, sorry, line's capped. Come back in maybe an hour. We're like, okay, sounds good. So we kind of walk around a little bit, see a few other things, but we see other people, walking in. So we kind of go back up. We're like, hey, we're going to get in line again. And they're like, nope, sorry, line's cap. Maybe check back in 30 minutes. We're like, what the fuck is going on?
And there's a line of people outside of the line of people.
Yeah, there's a mob.
There's a mob waiting for the people to let them in because they keep getting told to wait, and then they keep seeing people go in. And the lady's just like...
that was the worst part. One of the EA employees came over look, you guys can't stay in here. The line's capped. You guys just have to disperse. You can't, she was just really rude about it. Wasn't like, hey, sorry guys, we know everyone wants to play. Maybe check back in a little bit. Hopefully the line will go down. She was just extremely rude. Everyone that kind of worked for EA Play didn't really have a good experience with. But beside that, it sucks, so we left. That's kind of how everything started. So we go back to meet Casey in front of the convention center. And as we're doing that, we meet up with them, and we're just kind of walking. And we walk in front of the PlayStation merch row. They have a whole row of merch, super cool shirts and other merchandise. As we get to the end,
cool shirts.
Oh yeah, Kojima.
Very expensive.
For people listening, it's a Kojima Productions shirt, or aren't watching, Kojima Productions shirt, which that's a different story in itself. We'll get to that later. But we're walking in front of the merch, and we see a Ludens cosplayer, which is Kojima Productions mascot pretty much. It's oh, that's really cool. But then the person standing next to her, that's Kojima.
That was me. I told you that. I was like, that's Kojima. Trevor, that's Kojima. He's like, no. I was like, no, look, that's Kojima.
That was with Miyamoto.
Well, no, you did it with Kojima too.
Anyways, back to the story.
Whatever.
We stop, and we're like, holy shit, that's Kojima. And we're just kind of waiting. We're just kind of watching him. We're taking pictures, and some guy's like, no pictures. I don't fucking care. Hide behind a tree and snap more pictures. And then Trey's like, oh, dude, you've got your Metal Gear with you, right? I'm like, yeah. And I was like, oh, I don't know. I don't want to bug him. And Trey's like, no, just give it here. So Trey walks up to one of the security guys. He's like, hey, can you see if Kojima can sign this? The dude's like, bet, I got you.
Right.
So
I think that was cool.
He was super cool. He was like, follow me on Instagram.
Yeah, I did. I did.
So did I.
He's cool.
So he hands him my copy of the copy of Metal Gear Solid for PlayStation 1 that I bought in Japan. Takes it over to Kojima, gets it signed, brings it back, and I'm just shaking. I'm like, holy shit, this is fucking cool. So that's really cool. And we're just kind of waiting. He's walking around, he's signing a few shirts, I think, but we wait around because dude has to leave at some point, right?
Yeah.
So he walks out, and there's at this point probably 10 other people there waiting for us. Not a huge crowd, but everyone tries to hey, can we get a picture? I think one dude got a picture, and then he's like, sorry, we've got somewhere to be. So I'm kind of standing there oh man, well, that's so cool, I got it signed. And I look around, I'm like, where's Trey at? I look over, Trey's got his arm out, about to take a selfie with Kojima.
Because I ran up Trevor, and I guess you didn't hear me.
Yeah. So I didn't hear anything. I just look over, Trey's about to snap a photo. I'm just shit, without even thinking. I'm like fucking Midoriya when in My Hero Academia when he just bolts for it. I'm just without even thinking, I just go. So Trey snaps 2 pictures. One, I'm mid-sprint. The other one, I just have to stop before his bodyguards think I'm about to tackle him or something. So I just kind of I'm in the background with my thumbs up, and I'm like, cool. Well, I'm kind of in a picture with Kojima, but it's not really me and Kojima. So I stay in there, maybe 30 seconds to a minute, and Trey's just got to do it.
I was like, you just got to do it, man.
He's like, just do it. This is your one shot.
You're not gonna have this opportunity again. You might as well
only get one shot. Do not miss your chance to
Yeah.
This is
You
a
only
dream,
get one
like
shot. Mom
of
spaghetti.
all
So this
dreams
is
Trevor ever wanted.
Yeah, to put it in perspective, this is all I wanted out of E3 was to meet Kojima. I did not once think that it would happen. Like, there's no way. So just thank you to EA for sucking so bad
Right.
that you made me like leave your thing so I could meet Kojima, because that was like that was the best thing. So we walk up, we catch up. He's probably like half a block away from now, but we kind of catch up. Trey's like, hey, you know, my friend didn't get a picture. Can we get one? Again, the guy's like, no, sorry. Can't really.
His translator, yeah, he was like, no, sorry, like,
Yeah,
you
yeah.
know, we got somewhere to be. We're in a hurry. We're already late.
But without even missing a beat, Kojima just walks over to me and like he's just like ready for the picture. I'm just like, oh, dude, like he was really cool.
Yeah.
I tried to. I was like, arigato gozaimasu, and he just kind of like nodded and went on
That's
his way.
awesome.
Gave me the thumbs up, and that was it.
I really think if we have a chance, and I'm not sure how you do it, but we should show the people the photos of you like trying to
Oh yeah.
photo, because
Yeah.
you to see
Tweet it out to him or something.
To see
I'll
it,
put him right here on the video.
to see it, it's the best thing in the world, especially knowing how much Trevor really wanted to see Kojima, because you could just see in his face, especially in the first one, him trying to get there.
Oh, yeah.
And it's like the second one, he's like, okay, look, I'm probably not going to get a photo with him, but at least I can be in it.
Right.
Like
Yeah.
that was.
You can tell on that one I got from Kojima just like how fucking hype I am. Like I'm just beyond excited. So that's one highlight. Another one I wanted to mention was afterwards, me and Trey met up, and this was after the show floor closed. We got tacos from this food truck, and we just just buy really overpriced tacos, sit down at this table with these 3 other dudes, just kind of like talk with them, like, hey, you know, how's your day at E3? Oh, good. They asked us if it was our first year. We're like, yeah, we've got like a YouTube and Twitch thing going on now.
Yeah, the business cards. You know.
Yeah, give them our business cards. Like, oh, cool. So we're like, oh, what do you guys do? They're like, oh, we're actually with Sucker Punch. We're like, oh, whoa, that's really cool. Like, in industry, like,
Yeah.
so what do you guys do at Sucker Punch? And 2 of the guys were like, well, we're creative directors, but this guy, he's the CEO.
And we were just kind of looking at each other like,
Yeah, we were like, what? But like, you would have never guessed it.
No.
Like, they were
Yeah.
actually like,
Human
I don't know.
beings.
Yeah, like they were just like talking to us, like asking us like what we thought about E3, what we liked best on the show floor. I don't know, it was just like a really human conversation. They actually, you could tell that they cared, like what our answers were. And we could ask them questions. I was like, so, you know, when you develop a game, since Twitch is so big now, do you keep that into consideration at all, or do you make something that you know is going to be like streamable? So I don't know, just kind of asking cool questions. I guess to answer, his answer was, you know, they don't really.
No, we just like to make badass games.
Right.
I think that was like a direct quote. But
Yeah,
something like that.
Exactly.
It's a good way to do it, though.
Yeah,
sure.
I mean, for
So
sure.
it was a really cool experience. I got a picture with them, and they followed us back on Twitter, which is cool. I do want to reach out to him just to kind of
Yeah.
thank him for such a cool experience. Send him the photo, because we told him at the end as they were walking away, like, all right, we look forward to being NPCs in your next game.
Yeah. That'd be awesome.
Yeah.
We ate a $56 food truck.
Oh, that was fucking awful.
Like,
There's this like,
my
there was
gosh.
another day. Me and Tim wanted to get food. We went to this. It was like a delicatessen. They just had a bunch of like, I mean, really good looking sandwiches.
No prices on them, by the way, but
Right.
just sandwiches. Like, oh, okay.
Nothing.
Yeah.
But I mean, it was good food. But
Yeah.
it wasn't $30 good
Yeah.
food.
It was.
The fries sucked.
The fries were not good. And I just couldn't believe the price of it.
And Tim even complained. I'm surprised.
Right.
Tim doesn't strike me as like a complainer, but he was like, hey, you were like, my other Sprite got warm.
Right.
Because I was waiting for my food. So he
Right.
took another Sprite.
It did, because it's like, and I don't like to complain about things, but man, if I'm spending $36
Right.
on food that's not like super like
It's not like a steak or something.
Right, it's just literally a sandwich like this big filled with, I don't even know what it was, like a grilled cheese of some sort. I'm
Yeah.
not even sure. And I had to wait so long that my Sprite, because it's hot outside, you're right, you know, it's
Yeah.
LA,
Yeah.
got warm. Well, I'm gonna want another Sprite, and the dude's just like, okay, that's fine. So I'm like, good. Took it and ran.
I think my whole experience of being there and like actually like networking
Yeah,
was probably
this guy
like,
worked.
That's
Yeah.
my goal there when I got to LA was just I'm just gonna network. I want to get our name out there.
Right.
Like I want to build those relationships with companies and people, and I think I did pretty well. I mean, I
Yeah.
got us
Oh
on
my
the
gosh.
For sure.
I got us on the PR list for Dragon Ball, which is pretty awesome. Which is again another one of those human moments when I was out there walking around and then I was like, okay, like I want to find Max Moon because I know he's gonna be somewhere in between Marvel and Dragon Ball.
Mhm.
I go over to Bandai Namco and I can see him back there. And I was like, oh, like I want to be that guy. You know, I'll wait.
Yeah.
And this guy kind of came up to me. He's like, oh, hey, like, how you doing, man? I was like, oh, I'm good. You know, he's like, what are you up to? He's like, oh, I'm just waiting for, you know, one of my favorite YouTubers and, you know, streamers. He's back there. I just want to, you know, talk to him for a second and get a quick picture. And he's like, oh, like, what do you do? And I was like, oh, you know, I'm also a YouTuber and Twitch guy, and handed my business card. He's like, oh, that's awesome, man. It's like, you know, I really like these kind of people. They're really nice. I was like, oh, like, you know, I do what I can. He's like, oh, this is a super nice card. And then he's like, oh, well, I'm I think his name was like Bruce or something like that. Sorry, I can't remember your name, guy. And he's like, oh, you know, I'm actually the what was it, the PR, like the or HR or whatever guy of Bandai Namco.
Oh.
And I'm actually, you know, in charge of Dragon Ball. And he's like, I can get you guys on the marketing director. That's what it was. He's like, I'm the marketing director for Dragon Ball. I can get you guys on the PR list. And I was like, what? I was like, oh my gosh, that would be amazing. Absolutely. And yeah, and then it's kind of waited for Maximilian, and then Trevor showed up and got to be with Maximilian.
Now,
cool.
We all got to play Dragon Ball, right? I had to play it separate, which the surprising thing was that game's line was not that bad. No. Really, it was not. We could have probably played that like 10 times in an hour.
That's
almost.
what Tristan and Jared did. They played that probably 6 times, I think. They said they kept getting in line.
And it was extraordinarily well done.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it just fluid. It worked really well. We got to pick, 6 characters? There's 6 characters we got to pick between, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, 3 and 3.
So definitely something I'm excited about.
Oh yeah, that roster's gonna be.
Oh, yeah.
I hope it's huge. I hope they just like have an outrageous roster.
I just thought it was so crazy how awesome it was that it would go from a standard 2D fighter like it is, but then like when you do like specials, like it kind of does like a 3D overview of like what's
that's the Xrd. Good to hear Xrd moment.
So good.
Dust to moves. So you talk about all the highs about E3. What were some of the lows for you guys?
Lows? I just didn't like waking up early, but the hype kind of offset that a little bit.
Getting locked out of the apartment.
Yeah.
Sorry. I tried to stay awake.
I went to the last part of our fan fest. Didn't get over till like 12, right? And our room that we stayed in was nice for what it was. That's what, yeah, you know.
For sure.
And it worked really well. And where we were centered, which was the best part. Like, it took us 20 minutes max to get to any place we wanted to go. Yeah. So that was cool. And we had one key, and I was coming home. Me and Moon Pickle were coming home, and it's not their fault. You know, you get tired after a day of doing everything, and I got locked out. It was scary.
Sorry.
Like it.
I was
scared.
Like, forcing myself to just try to stay awake.
Yeah, we were exhausted.
It was like that last moment where they just closed, and I was out.
No, and it happens.
I was
like
I gotta stay awake for 10.
And then I woke up to like all these missed calls, all these like messages. I was like, oh fuck. And I walk out and I'm like all groggy. I'm like, Trey, Tim's locked out. So yeah, Tim was not happy with us.
I was just scared. Kind of. Like that's what, because I'm in LA, nowhere to go. I don't know what to do in my life.
Tim was about to get a hotel somewhere.
Like I didn't know what to do. And Casey actually, he stayed. He was just like he just didn't care. Yeah. I'm just like, I don't know.
I don't think I really had any low moments. Like I don't think there's anything that was
just EA.
EA.
Like,
gosh.
Even that, like even though EA sucked, like they got me to meet Kojima. So, well, we could talk about the shirts. So they had two shirts from Kojima on sale. They had Kojima Productions, and they had a Death Stranding shirt. I wanted both. The first day we get there, we just want to get on the show floor first. Mm-hmm. So we wait in line at the show floor because both open at the same time. Both opened at 10, I think. So we're just waiting inside with Tim and Casey. We just want to like have the experience of, because we were really close in line. We got there really early, so we
that's right.
The very first day, we had a really good spot. So we rush in, and so we get to see the show floor before it's packed. It was really cool. So we kind of get first dibs on whatever game we wanted to that first day.
Dragon Ball was the first one, I think.
Yeah, we both lined up for Dragon Ball.
We went and got our controllers.
Oh yeah, you got your.
Didn't.
Yeah.
I didn't actually, which is disappointing.
Still?
But it's not going to happen.
Oh, I'd be popping
I'm not
off
happy
Microsoft
right now.
Yeah, for sure.
Casey got his, but there's issues with mine. I'm just not.
No, pop off at Microsoft.
For sure.
You'll get yours.
Okay.
Yeah, I would definitely say something. So they, what was it, the first 100 or 1,000?
First 1,000. They made 1,000 controllers that have a
It just says E3 2017.
and it's numbered too.
Yeah.
So And we were literally, me and Casey, I think one other guy were the first 3 there. Like, we were, boom, on it. Because that was the first booth we wanted to go to, because there's 1,000 of them.
Well, I think I even walked over there and I started
Yeah,
making
so
one
did I.
too.
Yeah. And
It's like I could have had one, but then I saw the price tag. I'm like, oh,
it
it
wasn't-
a controller.
and they just they kept having issues. But that's a different story. Your shirts.
Oh yeah, the shirts. So
shirts.
the first day we just get to the show floor, and then after we play our first game of Dragon Ball, we walk outside. We're like, cool, just pick up the shirts. We try and get in line. They're like, no, the line's capped. What the fuck? For shirts? Like, everyone should be inside right now playing games.
Right.
So whatever, we go back inside, and after a wait, we took a while to get back in that first day.
Yeah.
But anyways, we go back inside, and then I follow Kojima Productions on Twitter. They're like, yep, Kojima shirts are sold out today, but we'll have more tomorrow. I'm like, damn. So they went through them that quick. So we're like, all right, tomorrow we'll just have to make sure it's the priority. We get there at like 7? Yeah. We get there at 7, doesn't open until 10. We're the first people in line. And we're talking to one of the security guards. He was super cool.
Oh yeah, he was awesome.
We're talking about like anime and stuff. He was just like a really cool dude. And then eventually it gets to be like maybe 15 minutes till, and we hear like one of the PlayStation guys talking, saying how they don't have the Kojima shirts yet. I was like, I did not wait here for 3 hours to, like, I'm gonna go in here to the store, and they're gonna, like, I just won't buy anything. Like, there's nothing that I want. So the dude's like, the security guard we made friends with, he's like, look, if they don't have them in, I'll make sure like I put one aside for you guys. Because you guys worked for it, like you grinded it out.
Yeah.
So he's like, I've got you covered. We're like, cool. So if anything, we'll at least do that. So it opens up. They don't have the Kojima shirts, but they have Death Stranding. So I at least grab that, check out. We're good to go. And then the dude's like, yep, I'll send you a text when they're here. And I think that's when we're at lunch. And then Trey went to go pick them up. So
it's good to have people like that.
He was he was really cool.
All you gotta do is ask and be cool about it.
Yeah, he knew that we really wanted these, and it worked. Now we've got a Kojima shirt.
I do have one more low.
Another low?
Another low.
Okay.
Now this is more so than the getting locked out thing, because that was just like whatever. My biggest disappointment at E3, honestly, was I couldn't buy anything I saw.
Oh yeah.
Like, there were so many cool things Bethesda had at their booth to buy, and Capcom, that they had all these awesome Resident Evil statue, and I would love to have bought every one of them, but you can't. They're just like, oh no, we don't sell them here. We're just kind of showing them. I'm just like, I want to buy them.
Yeah.
Other than that, honestly, my experience was great. I would happily go again. It was fun. I didn't think the crowds were that bad.
I didn't think so either.
At all. You got through pretty...
Now, granted, we don't have anything to compare it with, like past E3s, so... yeah, because I didn't.
We can say like compared to PAX.
I'd say even compared to PAX, it wasn't really that bad. It was beautiful. I will state, when we went into the Xbox thing for the first time, or got into the actual thing just to see, like, I thought it was way better laid out than PAX was, and it was just it was just nice. It was just a nice, cool environment.
Everything was like over the top, like all the booths and everything were just
right.
Especially Nintendo's was so cool.
That was they just like a whole new world when you walk into
they had
that
it
one.
set up like New Donk City, like the city from their Super Mario Odyssey game. It was just really cool.
The line when we played Call of Duty, which was the last day we were there, we went in line. I got to play Call of Duty, which I'm actually super stoked for this game. It was really cool how they interacted with the people while you're in line, because you had your line right, but then at some point you go into like this building and you have like the soldier guy who just talked to you and stuff, and you go into another part of the building. It's another soldier guy who's like yelling at you, and so it was really cool and interactive stuff to do before you got to play the game.
Yeah.
And you got to play the game for like 30 minutes. It wasn't a short 5-minute demo.
Wow.
You played 2 different game modes.
That's nice.
And it was well done, very well done.
I don't really have. You were kind of mentioning your like one last low side, and mine's kind of small too.
Mm-hmm.
The E3, like the official E3 merch sucked.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was bad.
It was really bad. It was like super cheesy stuff that
Yeah.
I don't think it was even like official E3. It's like they outsourced it or something to like, I don't know, just like a generic.
A local.
Yeah, it was just like, what was the cheesy line that's on the shirt?
Cool gamer here. Whatever.
Yeah, there was that one.
Pointing up.
I was like, yeah, I went to E3 2017.
I have that shirt.
And Tim bought that shirt.
But that's because the other ones weren't good. Like,
none of them were good.
At least I went to E3 2017 was on the back. And the front, at least it had just the simple E3 logo.
Yeah, at least
on
you can
it,
like wear a jacket or something.
Right.
But yeah, it was pretty like cringy. And we didn't get to see Reggie. Well, we did see Reggie.
We did see
all
Reggie.
the Nintendo people, at least from my side of it, like we had to wait for them outside of trucks.
Yep.
Which is cool, I guess. Like, just seeing them in passing was awesome. But, like, trying to get pictures with, obviously Miyamoto and Reggie, like, it was so hard. And we couldn't do it because, they had their 3 wide of me bodyguards blocking. But, I went to them. I went to their transportation, organizer or whatever. And she was like, oh, you may be able to get a picture with them. But if anything, you can get a picture with them in passing. And I was like, okay, that's fine.
Yeah.
But they were really cool about it. Got to see Bill. Bill got a picture with us.
Bill was cool. Yeah, Bill took a picture. It was kind of nice. The very first day we found this spot. It's on the very right side of the convention
East Hall?
center.
Was it
It's East. It was on the
or South
West.
Hall?
wherever Sony was. It was on Sony's side.
It was on the Sony side.
Yeah.
Whatever. The very right side of the
Yeah. So
convention center.
and we did this Monday, so it was not our very first day. It was the day before the convention actually started. So we're just kind of waiting outside, just hanging out, and we see this like black SUV with Nintendo on the side pull up. We're like, oh shit!
Right.
And then this is the one I remember. Trey's like, oh, it's Miyamoto. I'm like, whatever, dude. He's like, no, it really is. I'm
I
like,
can see a silhouette.
Yeah.
I know what a silhouette looks like.
I was like, oh shit, it is, because I thought there was like
profile,
there's no way. So that was one of like the first like kind of dream come true moments. Like, fuck, we just got to see Miyamoto. Like, that was awesome. Because the first one we saw him walk in, and we're just kind of like standing there. We're just like, hello, and he kind of like nods, and it was just like crazy because we're all just standing there after, and we're just like, that was fucking Miyamoto. Like,
You're right.
And I think in the GoPro video, Trey's like, oh, that was our chance to get a photo. So then we wait for him to come back outside.
I think it's like 2 hours, right, or something like that.
Yeah, we waited outside every single day at 6:00.
Yeah.
Every single day after the thing closed, just to see if we would catch him. So Miyamoto was only there like the first day, I think, or at least that we saw him walk out. But yeah, immediately shut down. He wasn't like rude about it, but his bodyguard was like, nope, sorry, like, gotta go. And I understand there's a lot of people outside. It would just be like a chain reaction. Then Reggie was kind of the same thing. Reggie was just like, nope, maybe tomorrow. Next day, nope, maybe tomorrow. Tim swears that he's an asshole.
Okay, I don't want to go as far as saying asshole. Like, I'm sure he's busy. I'm sure he has a schedule. I mean, it's Reggie, right? It's Nintendo. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying the way he said it just seemed like he was just... It was off-putting. Yeah, it was, I wasn't there the first day when you guys saw him, right? But I'm assuming it probably went very similar to the second day.
Yeah.
It's sorry, guys. I have somewhere to be.
Right. And the second day when I was there, I thought it was funny because he was kind of walking and he, like, before he even got close, he kind of saw us and they just veered off. Completely veered away
from he knew what was going to happen, like...
And it's just like, your fans are going to be there.
Yeah.
People are going to see your picture. I get that you have a schedule, and it's a domino effect. If someone, and that makes sense. I just figured there would have been a better way to approach it. That's all I'm saying.
No, I get
still would love to meet Reggie.
Oh, yeah, for
absolutely
sure.
would love to meet the guy. It was just off-putting. That's the best way.
I do have 2 good Nintendo experiences. The first one, me and Tim were just walking around.
This story,
So me and Tim were walking around. This is the day that Trey's doing all his networking. So it's just kind of me and Tim. We're just kind of chilling. Don't really know what to do.
Right.
And all of a sudden, this dude walks past. I'm just like, oh, fuck, Tim, hold my bag.
He just throws his bag at me. I was like...
And he's like, what's going on? I'm like, I just need my Switch. I can't even like get my words out.
Literally wouldn't tell me at all what was happening.
Yeah, like my brain just like wasn't working. I was just like, I need my Switch. Just hold the bag. Hold still. I'll be right back.
So I'm just frantically following him.
So we follow this guy. It's Koizumi. So we follow him, and I'm just like, oh, excuse me. And he kind of like turns, like he hears me, but then he keeps walking.
Yeah.
So I'm like, oh, fuck. But I understand, like, it was a really crowded area. It's right in front of Nintendo. So I'd follow him a little bit till we're kind of like off in this kind of like a sub hallway thing where it's not as busy. Then I break out my Japanese again. I'm like, sumimasen. And then I get his attention. I'm like, gotcha. Tricked you. So then he turns, and I'm like, oh, can you sign my Switch, please? And he does this. If you're watching on video, it's going to make more sense. But he kind of like turns to the left, looks to the right, puts his finger up to his mouth. He's like, shh, secret. And then he just signs my Switch and walks away. I'm like, what the fuck just happened? That was cool. So yeah, he signed my Switch. That was cool. And then the very last day, we met. Oh shit.
Anogami?
Yeah.
Splatoon?
Yeah, Splatoon. Nagami?
Yeah, Nagami.
Yeah. So we meet him. He's waiting for his shuttle, Nintendo shuttle, And I think Trey got a picture with him, and then he comes back. He's like, "Oh, that's the Splatoon guy." I'm like, "Oh shit, I want to go over and get my Switch signed." I'm like, "Oh, Sumimasen, can you sign my Switch?" And he's signing, and he actually draws like a little inkling on there, which is cool. But then before he goes, I'm like, "Splatoon 2," and I do like the thing that he did at the Switch reveal, and him and his like buddies just lost it. That was really cool because they understood the joke. So we're like, "Oh, can we get a picture?" So me, Trey, and Nagami have a picture of us doing the Splatoon 2 thing, and I mean mine's terrible. It looks like a 7. Reddit already called me out on it when I posted it on there. Like, yeah, your form's bad, but that's a cool picture.
Yeah.
So yeah, those were my 2 good Nintendo experiences.
Trey, have anything that jumps out at you?
I'll say I'd like to shout out. I'll tell the people that I got to meet. Asma Malik from the Inquisitor. Shout out to her big time. She definitely gave me that power through to, meet all these people.
Oh, she was a great resource.
Yeah, she's one that, like, it was like day one. I saw her again and I was like, how do I do this? I don't know what to do. And she just gave me the quick and easy, and that's what I started doing. I went everywhere and got cards from everybody and did that. Malik Forte, got to meet him again. Hometown hero, I guess you could say. He's helped me out. He's like, yeah, man, just go around asking. They're all human beings too. They may be making your favorite game, but deep down they're still human. Just go to them and talk to them like a regular human being. Shout out to GTR, Gamertag Radio. They really gave me the behind the scenes, I guess, because I got to meet Aaron Greenberg and Polito, I think his name Pinello. That's what it was. Oh my gosh, I'm blanking on his name. But community manager and then like the tech guy behind the Xbox.
Oh, cool.
I got to sit in with them as I did an interview, and it was awesome. And I got my picture taken, gave them business cards, of course. That was really awesome. And then shout outs to Half Witty Gaming and 2-Bit Punks, because they were with us the entire week. They were awesome.
Very much so.
Tristan and Jared, they were cool people. Like, I'm glad
very cool people.
I'm glad I was kind of like, hey, going to E3, and they're like, yeah.
Yeah, we met them at the airport.
Yeah, at the airport going to LA.
Yeah, that was really awesome.
It was.
And we talked to them for 10 minutes, and in just that 10 minutes, Joe was like, hey, we've got 2 extra passes for the PlayStation experience if you guys want to go.
Yeah.
Like, we had no one else to really go with us. Malik was already like narrating the whole thing, so he didn't really need to get in. So we invited them, and we just hung out with them the entire week pretty much. We kind of went our separate ways from time to time, but they interviewed us a couple times, and because they're doing the same thing, they're streaming, making YouTube videos, podcasts.
Yeah,
they're working on something cool in Columbus, Close Quarters.
Yep.
It's kind of like a gaming lounge, and I don't want to like try and describe it and make it sound like something it's not. So I won't really.
It sounds like it's gonna be a good idea.
Yeah, it's going to be something really cool in Columbus as far as gaming goes, other than like 16-bit, which I feel is not played out. Like, I enjoy 16-bit for what it is, but I don't know. I think what they're working on is going to be something really, really different and really cool to bring to Columbus. So I'm looking forward to see what they do and working with them on a few other side projects. Yeah. Collab on some videos and stuff. Bring them in for a podcast.
Yeah, overall, E3 was amazing.
So we talked about our experience at E3, right? What about the press conferences?
Oh, okay.
What did you think of like?
I enjoyed them
in general, like highs and lows, anything.
I think it was good. PlayStation's just Monster Hunter took the cake. Of course, Spider-Man was like
the end for Spider-Man.
That ending for Spider-Man. I'm sure everyone's seen it now, but the whole Miles Morales ending, and then actually watching a couple of videos yesterday, they're saying that Mr. Negative is just a part of what's going on, but then Miles Morales plays a big part in this game too.
Nice. So it has me wondering if this is going to be like the Death of Spider-Man game, and then Miles Morales is going to pick up from there. But I doubt it, because it's, they're going to be like, kids are going to be playing this game, and they don't want.
That's a valid point.
Peter Parker to be dying. But
who knows? Maybe they want to make it grittier.
Yeah, maybe.
A gritty Spider-Man would be nice.
Right.
Yeah, it would be nice.
M-rated Spider-Man game.
Monster Hunter Worlds was amazing.
So, on to Monster Hunter. I have tried Monster Hunter several times, and I suck at it because one of those things that I always read up on Monster Hunter is if you weren't there from the beginning, the internet's going to be your only hope, because it's a lot of, you got to just know things.
Interesting.
It's a very, very grindy game, which I don't mind grindy games. That doesn't bother me. I'm bigger, but this Monster Hunt in general, even though I sucked at all the other ones, has me super excited.
Yeah.
It just looks so freaking awesome. Like,
I've never played one, but this, just watching the gameplay, I was like, this looks fucking sweet.
Right. It does.
Microsoft was good because they just rapid fired,
and that's what they did.
That's what I liked about it.
I liked Microsoft's. I liked what they said about Xbox One X now, which
Xbox One X, Xbox.
Which if no one's figured that out yet, it's called Xbox One X. I'm pretty sure because it spells out Xbox. It's I still think Scorpio is a better name, but I'm not Microsoft.
Yeah.
But it was good. They showed off a lot of cool games. I'm still stoked for Sea of Thieves. I got to get hands on with that. Yeah. Super excited. PUBG coming to Xbox.
Oh yeah, that's huge.
Super excited. But there was a lot of rapid fire indie games that they threw out there.
They always do a good job with their indie titles. I think more so than any other developer. They usually have. I feel like at least the past couple of years they have like a whole section dedicated to like rapid fire indie games.
They did well with that part,
especially with a release date for Cuphead.
Fuck yes,
finally! Jesus Christ!
I'm waiting for
Watch is gonna come around and be like, we gotta delay it again.
Right. But I'm glad though, because that shows
a delayed edition or something.
Right. That shows how much work they're putting into the animation though, because you got to think that like all that shit's hand drawn. Like it's gonna take a while. So I'm glad that they've taken their time, because I'm sure it'll. Just don't be like a Mighty Number 9 to where like you get everyone super hyped for this game, then it comes out and you're like, oh. Why did I get
number 9?
Yeah, fuck that.
The Xbox compatibility thing, like, I thought that was okay.
Yeah.
Like, people are going to be excited for it. I don't think it was.
It's a niche thing.
Yeah, it's a niche thing. No one was really asking for it. No one was like, I wish I could play my Xbox original games on my Xbox One X.
I will say I'm excited for that because I can play Jet Set Radio Jet Set Radio.
Jet Set Radio, yeah.
Jet Set Radio Future, yeah. JSF.
So it's cool that they still give care to the classic games like that. So that was kind of cool.
I know Nintendo didn't really have a press conference, but their whole thing, like I think they kind of blew everyone away. Like they came in swinging.
It was 30 minutes, but 30 minutes of pure excitement the whole time.
Started off with no, not Yoshi. I forget what they started off with actually. I know they announced a new Yoshi game.
Pokken, wasn't it?
Did they show Pokken at the beginning of it? I don't think they showed Pokken.
I didn't think they did either.
I don't know.
Scissors and Pokken.
Yeah, Scissor would be cool.
But
they showed off a new Yoshi game, which is kind of like Paper Mario.
Yeah, Yoshi.
And like in a similar sense. Kirby.
And Yoshi's Story. And Yoshi's Story in a way.
Mm-hmm.
Xenoblade.
Yeah, that looked pretty.
Yeah, that's what they started with. They started with Xenoblade. Kirby game, which is like co-op. It looks like more like the classic Kirby games.
It just looks awesome. Yeah,
it looks fun.
So much fun.
I want something that plays like Crystal Shards, because that's still my favorite Kirby game to date.
Every game, and it's so crazy to think that all these games I'm going to be able to play at home and anywhere.
Yeah, like that's the most exciting part. But yeah, they did a small announcement saying like, hey, we're bringing Pokemon, like a traditional RPG, like train, get badges, all that stuff.
All I ever wanted.
Yeah, and it's the perfect console for it. The only thing Nintendo could have, Nintendo basically got a 9 out of 10 for me.
Yeah, I'd agree 100%.
But if they wanted to make it a 10 out of 10, Animal Crossing.
Oh yeah.
That's I'd say it was about a 8.
8 for you?
Maybe a 7.
Ooh.
And why is that?
I don't know why I'm saying ooh to a 7. A 7's still a good score.
Because, the main thing that I was really excited about was Metroid Prime 4.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
And Pokemon. But
right.
I actually wish I could have seen something. But, again, Animal Crossing.
That would have been awesome.
That. And then we got the Amiibo announcements, but, Smash Brothers. We had that announcements for, ever, and we actually got to see them, which was cool.
Mm-hmm.
But, I'd like to see a Smash Brothers on Switch.
Oh, talking about a port.
Yeah.
I
would like to see that.
Do you think they do 2 fighting games though? I know they're completely different fighting games.
I think they would.
But would they to go against each other
I don't against Pokken and
because they're 2 different play styles.
They're 2 different play styles. Yeah. The Metroid is squishy. That's so funny.
That's so cool.
The amiibo's a squishy amiibo.
I think by the time that E3 was over, I had pre-ordered all the amiibos that were announced, and it was $200.
I believe it.
Because you had you have 5 total from Mario Odyssey. You've got the wedding, Mario, Bowser, and Peach. Then you have a Koopa and a Goomba. Then you had the 2 Metroid ones. You've got the Metroid breaking out of the glass, and that thing just looks so cool. Then you have the actual Samus one. Then what other ones did I pre-order?
Bayonetta and Cloud. Oh, we already had those.
Nope, already had those. Oh, the Champions. That's what it was. The Champions from Breath of the Wild. Those looked really cool too.
Do you think they announced that Nintendo game, or not Nintendo, the Pokemon game, because of the feedback from the
absolutely,
the whatever?
Yep, I think they were like, wow, we pissed a lot of people off. We need to like give them something. Like, I'm glad. I think what they did was smart.
Oh, genius.
Same with Metroid. Like, hey, people are gonna get pissed. We don't have anything to show for Metroid. We might as well just announce it.
Right.
And they announced
what can it hurt?
Yeah. So not only do we have Metroid Prime coming, but they're like, hey, you also have one that you can play in September. Like, cool.
That's the 3DS one, right?
Yeah, and it looks great.
Yeah.
Same thing with Pokemon. Like, hey, we've got Ultra Moon and Sun coming out this fall, but you've got something to look forward to next year. We're going to be working on something for the Switch. Just wait. I don't like to go over like winners or losers.
Right, that makes sense.
Of the like, press conferences, because it's all subjective.
Right.
Like if you're not
I think everyone did pretty damn good.
Yeah. Overall, it was a good E3.
PlayStation's opening was different.
They did not release a handheld PlayStation thing that we discussed.
Right.
Yeah.
That whole argument that we talked about.
PlayStation Switch was not announced.
Yeah.
God.
I enjoyed it. It was great.
It was really good. I will say, as regarding the Xbox One X, it doesn't really do a lot for me. Like, I'm still gonna get one just because I bought this new TV because I knew 4K gaming was coming, so I'm gonna get it just because I've got the equipment 4K for it. Yeah, but is it gonna change my gaming experience?
Possibly.
Probably not.
Possible. You're gonna buy it, Trevor, and be like, oh my god,
I've been missing out for so long.
You never know, man.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure I'll notice the difference. But is it going to? I don't know.
The thing is and Microsoft said this about their consoles. The game's going to play everything Xbox One can play, right? If I'm on an Xbox One, I can play with you. So they can't really do something so extravagant to where, okay, well, the Xbox One can't do it. So they have to be able to play together and stuff like that. But I don't know. I mean, it could be interesting to see what power they can pull from something like that.
Yeah.
It's cool. Something to look forward to, if nothing else.
I agree.
It's their answer to the
Microsoft's really good. I like the rapid fire. Sony's was pretty good because I think they kind of. I won't say Sony was a letdown, but it's kind of like stuff we already knew that was coming.
They showed
off.
I'm
glad that they showed off more of
what
was coming, and then they kind of like tacked on a couple of like absolute new things.
Yeah.
Like we want to see more Spider-Man. We wanted to see more of what was the other game they showed off there? Days Gone.
Yeah.
And we got to see those games. So it's like, oh, okay, well Sony showed off basically what we knew about. We wanted to see more. But they also, like you said, showed off like Monster. I had
Monster
no idea where that came from.
And I think they set themselves up for that by going so hard last year. Last year at E3, they destroyed.
They dropped some bombs.
They dropped everything. Like, wow, like it was. You can't top that.
No Last of Us 2.
Right. I think they set themselves up for not for failure, but
I think I'm okay with that.
Really?
Because they said that the game's not anywhere near ready.
Okay.
We know it's coming, kind of like the Metroid Prime 4 thing. We know it's coming.
Happening. So I think maybe PlayStation Experience at the end of the year, they'll probably show it off then.
Maybe we'll get Bloodborne.
Maybe even some more stuff.
I wanted that.
We should go.
Which is like another thing because they had like when they do like their end credits of like kind of like rapid fire, like all the other stuff. There was one little scene where there's a dude in like the Bloodborne hat,
right?
Say,
oh yeah,
with like the red eyes, and then there's like a quick thing, and then they didn't show Ace Combat.
No,
Ace Combat's coming.
Yeah. Yep.
That was playable at E3, but it was like behind doors, so I couldn't really get to play it.
Yeah. But same with Metal Gear Survive.
No, Survive. Shoot.
Wish I could have gone in there and.
Nabbit.
Oh, is this the only playable disc you have?
Blowtorch.
Right.
Which that's another thing. My one thing that was a like kind of off-putting for me was there wasn't any security inside of E3.
Yeah.
Like there wasn't any bag checking at E3.
That was because I went
very
there
surprising.
With no bag because of how PAX was. Because at PAX, if you didn't have a bag, you got in a lot quicker because otherwise you had to wait in this giant line for bag checking. Understandably so. And it was very weird because there was no bag checking.
Because this was right. Was this right after an attack? Wasn't there like something that happened internationally?
Jason David Frank. Oh, that no, I don't know.
That I don't know.
Yeah, I don't. It's been too long at this point. I can't.
I mean,
keep
nothing
track of
happened,
everything.
thank God.
Yeah, I'm
but-
glad nothing happened. Like they had some shit stolen.
Yeah.
But yeah, glad no one was like actually hurt. Like no one brought in weapons or anything like that.
Right.
Yeah, but very surprising that they didn't do for one bag checks, but also didn't like have. They didn't have metal detectors or anything either, right?
Mm-mm.
Yeah, they had nothing. And security was pretty lax.
Minecraft 4K looks legit, guys. Yeah.
I'm sure it does.
Those shaders.
Oh yeah, I forgot about Bethesda Land. That was awesome.
Oh wow, we didn't even talk about Bethesda Land.
I'm just gonna say something real quick. I was dumb and didn't go. Okay, go ahead.
Tim got in line for Bethesda Land,
Good.
which Bethesda Land was like their pre-E3 experience where they set up a theme park called Bethesda Land.
And Bethesda's conference, if you watched it at home, was kind of just meh.
was
Like
lackluster.
it was cool. We saw it, but it was just zero explanation of anything we were seeing. It was literally just trailer, cut, done.
Yeah.
But if you got to go there,
Which you were in line for.
I know. I honestly didn't think we'd get in.
Yeah.
It wasn't
Yeah.
moving. Nothing was happening. I have all this stuff on me because I just got done with FanFest. And
It was nice because they let everyone in eventually. Like they were pretty cool.
and it
Oh yeah,
was-
shout outs to UE Gaming. We got to talk to them for a little while.
Yeah, they were really
They
cool.
were
We
really
waited in line at Bethesda Land
Yeah.
with them. They so we get inside. We were kind of worried. We went there because we heard that they had like open seats or a standing room for this press conference. I thought it was inside. But this whole thing was done outside. Like they had their whole press conference outside on the stage.
It was a beautiful day.
So we get in, like the press conference is starting, and we go inside, and we're like, okay, like you see the big Bethesda Land like sign, like at a theme park. You walk inside, there's a big Ferris wheel. It's got like all their games on there. They've got like a Fallout themed bar. They've got like turkey legs on sale in the Skyrim area. A giant Martian in the Doom area.
Not on sale. Everything was free.
Oh yeah, yeah. Everything was free. So you got caricatures done. Like I got mine done. It was like really goofy looking. Free alcohol, like completely open bar. That was
Slushies, turkey legs,
Um,
street corn,
In and Out.
In and Out.
Like they had everything. Like
Yeah.
this place was fucking sweet. It was insane that I don't know. Like that was, even though their press conference wasn't great, I think that they definitely, like, as far as experience goes, like they definitely gave the best experience for people
Definitely.
that were there. So it was fun. I personally didn't really pay attention to the press conference all that much. I was kind of like too
They had some.
interested in.
Right.
They had a lot of cool stuff there. I thought was it Wolfenstein, the new one?
Yeah, that looked cool.
That looked awesome. I actually kind of curious to pick that up.
Re-releasing Skyrim.
Skyrim
for-
VR,
Mm-hmm.
which wasn't
Oh.
known until then.
Yeah, yeah.
It's a PlayStation exclusive first, and then it's coming to like the Vive and stuff. Which I
Mhm.
found that out. They didn't say that. I don't know if it's
Cool.
anywhere yet. So yeah, it is coming to the Vive.
Nice.
Doom
Yeah.
VR,
Yeah.
which a lot of people who got to play that, because some people went in and waited like 14 hours and played as many of the
Sure.
VR games, said that they actually like Doom VR better than Fallout.
Interesting.
So
Because
there's-
is Doom all teleporting from what I saw?
I think so. Well, okay, it's either all teleporting or it's like a rail shooter.
I think it's all teleporting.
But yeah.
I saw them do teleporting.
Okay, so then it would be teleporting.
Okay.
Because I think that game would be too fast paced.
Yeah.
Like
Right.
I would probably get sick
Oh,
playing
yeah,
that
for sure.
game. But that was kind of cool to see that they have that and Skyrim VR coming.
Skyrim on the Switch actually looks pretty cool.
Dude,
with
it
the amiibo,
does.
with the amiibo stuff. Everyone lost
the
it
little
when-
motion
Yeah.
controls. you
Everyone
can
lost it
do.
when they saw the Master
Mhm.
Sword and the shield.
I thought that was awesome.
It's like you said, okay, another remaster of Skyrim. This
Like,
is
I'm
only
probably
the
gonna pick it up.
50th, but I'm gonna pick it up because one, it's portable Skyrim,
Mhm.
Yeah.
and it's just I don't know. Skyrim's always been one of those games that I would play.
Did they
Like
say
you can go
anything
back
about?
to.
Yeah.
Did they say anything about like the DLC is going to be in this
So-
Switch Skyrim?
They haven't said anything because it's not technically called the special edition.
Right.
So I don't
Huh.
know.
We'll have
Yeah.
to look into that.
Yeah.
Highly in edition.
Because if it is, then that'd be awesome.
That would be totally I agree 100%.
So then I'm definitely gonna pick it up. Because like I had like the bootleg copy, like the alpha build of it when it
Right,
first came
right.
out.
Yeah.
And I downloaded that and I played it. And I was like, oh yeah, this game's cool. But I never got around to actually. Like,
So you've never like
playing
sat down and
through-
played
Yeah,
Skyrim?
I actually never sat down
Oh,
and played
man.
through Skyrim. But I get the jokes. I know all the jokes everyone talks.
I'm one of the few people that doesn't enjoy Skyrim.
Yeah, well, no, it's not for everybody.
I know. And that's the show.
I mean, I can't think of anything else. I mean, just shout out to everyone that I got to meet and network with. They were really cool. Nintendo was awesome. PlayStation was awesome. Microsoft was great. They were awesome.
It was all.
All of it was
absolutely great.
It was a life-changing experience for me just because I got to do all that I did. Like, I hustled.
You did, man. You moved. You weren't with us for a lot of it because you were busy, and I 100% appreciate what you did because while I'm out there playing games like Fallout, like Trey's like, oh god, this.
Yeah,
that.
I think out of the entire stack that I had, I think I only have like 15 of them left, maybe 10.
It was a good time.
It's a good time. Hopefully next year.
Yeah,
maybe. We'll see.
maybe go as media next year. Who knows?
That'd be awesome. And maybe we'll all get to go to FanFest next year, guys.
That'd be great.
That'd be cool. We'll see.
We'll see.
All right, well, we'll see you guys, everybody, in the next episode. I don't know what it's going to be about. We don't know what's going to happen. But it's coming soon.
We'll figure out why he doesn't like Skyrim.
Yeah.
That'll be a whole thing.
We'll do a Thinking Out Loud.
Yep.
Oh, yeah. Stay tuned, because we're going to have a Thinking Out Loud of Spider-Man.
Yeah, we are, for sure.
Well, the Spider-Man will probably come out first, so maybe it'll be like a...
Whatever. Future. This is...
Time
future.
paradox.
Time paradoxy.
Timey-wimey, wibbly-wobbly stuff.
All that stuff.
All right, well, until next time, guys.
Thanks for listening.
Thanks
Later,
for
guys.
See you later. Don't forget to like and subscribe.
Oh, yeah, don't forget to like and subscribe our YouTube channel. The button's down there. Hit that follow button on our Twitch and follow button on our Twitter for more news.
And we've got our sub button on Twitch. If you got
That's a
Amazon
thing.
Prime, sub for free.
Yeah.
Help support the fam.
So, yeah.
It's kind of rambling now.
We'll just cut that in.
Lord, I was born rambling.